You or me? Who wants to do the intro?
Me.
Go on, then you do it.
Are we ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Good morning and welcome to the Open Invite podcast with me, Mr. Alasdair Towers, and my best friend, Mr. Jonathan Slumbers. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, everybody, to our illustrious podcast,
Yeah,
where we
from here,
talk about all things exciting.
from the shed. And by shed, obviously, we mean the very large barn with the car collection in the
Oh,
back.
yes,
Yeah,
my
of course,
Ferrari
yeah.
and my Porsches
We
at the back.
ironically call it the shed
We do,
so that we can feel like we're one of the people.
indeed.
Yeah.
Like the commoners,
Yes, the peasants.
the peasants that are.
Hello,
Hello.
fellow peasants.
Hello, peasants that are listening to our
We are
podcast.
one of you, we promise.
Yes,
Just going to quaff my pot.
oh, did you know I'm drinking imported Kenyan coffee beans today?
Oh, nice. That have gone through the bowels of a monkey.
No.
Oh.
I'd rather didn't like those last time.
And there's some coffee beans that they have them out of a cat.
I've had ones that have been pooped out by some random animal, but I never found out if it was a cat or a monkey.
Who thought that? Who went, you know what?
We just need a monkey
You know
just to
what?
sort this right
That
out.
monkey pooed out those beans, but I need to sell those beans. So I don't care if it's come out of a monkey's butt. I'm going to wash them down and sell them. And then the person was like, this is the nicest coffee I've ever drunk. And they're like, oh my word, it must be nice because it went through that monkey's internal systems.
Yeah, there's something wrong with us as humans. Who was playing with the monkey poop or the cat poop to work this out?
Who worked it out?
That's a strange thing to do.
Yeah, I don't think it was a scientific experiment. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think someone went, you know what? I would like to get my PhD. And I think the way to do that is some intense research and one of a kind experimentation around coffee beans and animal anuses.
It seems odd, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Oh, my word. I'm sorry, chat, if I sound like I haven't slept. It's because I haven't slept properly. I was doing all right until last night, and I had pizza, lots of pizza, too late on before I went to bed.
I want to have pizza tonight, and now I'm thinking, don't learn.
See, if
A
you
wise
haven't-
man learns from other people's mistakes.
mate, if I just had the pizza earlier, I would have been all right. Sorry, I'm having a problem with my cable here. If I'd had my pizza earlier on, I'd have been fine. But I didn't. I had it like literally an hour before I went to bed. And I did have a little bit of pizza. I mean, I had a lot of pizza. And then all night, between indigestion and Lid's coughing, her nuts up, because she thinks she's got some sort of sore throat, but I actually think it's because she's had the fan on her at night. And it's because that will give you a sore throat.
No, she is a bit of a mouth breather.
She is at night, yeah.
I don't mean that, sorry, Lids.
So she was up coughing, but sometimes she doesn't wake up when she's doing it. But I wake up, so then in the end she took herself downstairs because I think after the fourth time of waking me up, she felt a bit sorry for me. And then that was it. And I live streamed on my other channel, the thunderstorm, from my bedroom window.
Nice.
And it didn't thunderstorm all night. And then this morning it went mental.
It did. I was laying in bed as it was going.
I really wanted to mug people off on it though for the first thing, and just put like Lightning McQueen, the car.
Just like on your windowsill.
Yeah, just so that lightning in Leeds, and it would have been like the ultimate troll.
Yeah.
And then I thought, no, I better not, because there's people that take it very seriously. But yeah, it did 790 odd views.
Look at you.
That's not bad. I picked up about 20 subscribers for it. So yeah, that wasn't too bad.
What's your other channel called again?
I've got a few of them now. This one I did it on was called RGB Addict Reviews. I've never really kept up with it, but I looked at my figures and it still does more figures than my main channel. More views. It does like 14,000 a month.
Oh, wow.
And it's all from shorts. The main thing is a pair of earphones that I reviewed. That is literally my #1 video, and it's done like 100 and
Oh,
something.
that was your review channel that you started.
Yeah. I still think I should carry on with it because it's got legs, and I get loads of free stuff.
I still think, yeah, you gotta. I feel like you're in this place where you've got you're too spread out.
Oh yeah, way too spread out.
But then that's part of the process, isn't it? I guess dialing things in and deciding what it is you really want to do, and then throwing your weight behind it.
Well, the other one, Nerd in Motion, I spent ages making a video, edited it, and I must have pressed something on the editing side, and all the sound was out.
Or like not lined up, not synced.
Well, it was going up and down and up and down. It sounded dreadful. 1 minute it was like uber quiet, then it was like 10 up decibels. Like, it was awful.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And I looked at it and I thought, it took me so long to edit out all my ums. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to bother. I just can't be bothered to redo it. So, yeah.
It's a proper skill, not just editing, but not saying
It's really hard. That and
Okay.
so.
And so, well, we all have them, don't we? Have those things. So we've all met the people that say literally constantly about everything,
Oh, wait,
whether it is literally or not.
literally.
Literally, I was driving here, and then literally, I kid you not, it was literally. I literally thought it was about to rain.
Well, I think I say literally.
But we all have them, whether it's literally, whether it's so. I found myself recently saying obviously a lot. And then but I've correct myself. I'm like, well, obviously. And I'm like, "Oh, that wasn't, it's not obvious. What I'm about to tell you is not in any way obvious. So why have I said obviously?
Yeah, that's true.
We
I'm
all
trying
have,
to think what I say.
I can't think what you say.
I do. I say and so, like in an annoying amount.
And the problem is that once you recognize it in somebody that you listen to, it ruins you
Yeah.
listening to them. I was listening to a podcast a long time ago, and the person, I really was very interested in what they had to say and who they were. I can't remember who it is anymore. But I very quickly realized that they had a really annoying habit of breaking up their thought structures in a really weird way. And once I'd clocked it, I had to switch off. I couldn't keep going because I was like, no, please just.
I feel like I'm like that. I can turn a paragraph quite easily into bullet points when I'm buffering and I'm a bit tired and slow. The other see, I'm doing it now. The other thing I do is I will say things like I might repeat the story that I've just told from a slightly different angle to see if I didn't get a laugh the first time, which is just like,
I mean, I don't know if
it's
that's
a really bad habit, and I'm like, just don't. No, it wasn't funny the first time, John.
I like the fact you're like, no, I need this laugh. I'm committed to this laugh.
Yeah, it's a really bad.
Hang on, guys. Wait. Let me tell that story again, but from the angle of a bird flying overhead.
Yeah, I know, that's what it's like. It's so stupid. I'm like, oh yeah, it's so funny,
Oh,
and
it's so
then I'm
funny.
like, oh, I guess you had to
Oh.
be there.
Nobody's laughing. Quick, let me think. What would the story be like if there was a hippo in a bikini watching it from a
I
bench?
think the problem is some things aren't. I have a unique sense of humour. I do. I like some really random stuff.
You do.
And I find that acutely funny. But other people, not so much.
No, and also sometimes we find things funny because it's built on the shoulders of other things. But then when you show someone else that thing isn't built on anything for them.
No,
it's
that's right.
standalone. But you're like, this is not only my sense of humor, but I've built myself to this sense of humor, and I've seen other things that are like this that I've started to find funny, and now I'm like, this is hilarious. But this person doesn't have any of that context or history, and you're just showing them a cat in a thong.
Yeah, and they're like, I don't understand.
They're like, I don't understand how you
John's
got
a bit weird, you know. He said, "Show me this video of a cat in a thong." It was just,
He was
it a
crying
bit-
with laughter, and I didn't understand.
I don't know why that's funny.
Just remembering Tin Man one.
all right. No, we can't go there. We can't go there.
We
We
can't
can't go
say,
there.
but that
That was funny.
I'd
That
forgotten all
was
about
funny.
it, and then remembering it, and
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah. We were all together, and I just got it out and just showed you that, and me and you were just beside ourselves, and then we couldn't share it with anybody. Give the listeners an update on your bronchitis or whatever.
My wonderful cough that they're thinking I'll take John's Erms over that stupid cough
Yeah.
every time Alistair laughs. Well, I had a chest X-ray.
Yeah.
I've not had the results back yet, and then they booked me in for another test, which is like a lung capacity and breathing kind of test in another week.
Yeah.
But when I got that, so I had the chest X-ray.
Yeah.
And then I was going to do it then. Was it literally?
Literally.
I mean, it was literally 2 days later. I just don't know
Yeah.
if it really needed literally before it. But it was 2 days. No, it wasn't. It was the very next day.
The very next day.
Very next day.
Literally
the next day.
Yeah.
I got an NHS letter,
Yes.
and I opened it, and it said you need to come to an appointment on the 10th of July.
Oh, that's never nice.
And I thought that the
Uh-oh.
chest X-ray had found something that was like
Sinister.
within a day. We need another appointment with you.
That's not good.
So I had just a moment where I really felt that, when the world goes, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. And I was quite surprised at how I felt about that. And because I don't think a younger Alistair would have been that bothered. But excuse me, I'm burping now.
I think you're gonna cry.
No, I was burping.
I'm disappointed. I
No,
thought
no,
we were going
tears
for
are coming.
emotional.
Yeah.
No, he's just burping.
But fear really rose up in me.
Stop banging the table with your fingers. Sponge.
Because because you don't want them to distract from your heavy pug-like breathing.
No, that's true. I tune in for the heavy breathing.
It's more. I think it's because I've got kids, because I've got a family.
Yeah.
The thought of them finding something, and then and I was like, stop this. That is
dark.
And you don't need that. You've got God. You're all good. It's like, it's okay. But just a moment. And then I suddenly realised that wasn't the thing, that the doctor had said he would book in a series of tests, and it was just another test, and it wasn't in any way related.
I think it's just going to jet wash your lungs out. I think it might be allergy. I bet it's something like water you're allergic to.
To just drink alcohol. I have to, like a Shakespearean,
yeah.
Well, Elizabethan Londoner. I just have to drink beer.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, or it could be sweeteners or something random. I know
it could be. You're right. It could be. I never thought about that. I know.
Sweeteners are really
Georgina's brother, when he was a kid, was displaying symptoms of asthma, and I don't know what led to it, but the parents took him off like Robinson's fruit juice, and the symptoms just completely disappeared.
Yeah,
because I think he had a lot of squash, a lot of juice. So you're right. I never thought about that. My diet is not great at the moment. I can't lie, and I'd consume far too much.
Everything.
Diet drinks.
I'm on the other one. Well, see, I think it's that. I'm good. You don't need to go to the doctors. I've cured you.
Well, it could be. The problem we've got is that I mean the Pepsi. I don't need the Pepsi. I don't really enjoy it, but I do.
I bought them, especially. I got a whole case.
No, but sorry, I'm not explaining myself right. I used to just enjoy drinking those, but since moving to rum and coke in the evening, now I'm like, it's rare that I'll drink Pepsi in the day because I kind of like it with a bit of rum in. But that's my thing. Yeah, so if I had to drop the Pepsi, it wouldn't be a problem in the day, but it would be like, but that's my evening. It's my evening tipple, and I can't have sugary stuff. It ruins my stomach. Like if I had say rum and full fat Coke, that's it. I have acid reflux. Like I'm a mess.
I've just found this new tablet called Nivium.
It's a long name.
Niv something or other, and it said indigestion tablets, 24-hour tablet.
And
I thought, you know what? I've never tried one of them. Tried it. No acid reflux.
Nice. Well, I don't get.
No indigestion.
I'm on omeprazole, so I have prescribed.
I think I need to get prescribed. I need to get thin. And I've been so good, but pizza just got me. And then on Monday I was at Hobson's Brewery with my business, and they gave us steak and beer
Nice.
all evening.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was great. And then we went back to Travelodge, went to the pub across the road, had another pint. Then we went back into our rooms that, I kid you not, were like a sauna on low. They were unbearably hot. It was cooler outside than it was in the rooms.
Yeah.
They'd given us all a fan, so I unclipped my fan from the cable holders and I stretched it out and put it in front of the window. And they have you can only open the window a bit. They've got like a
Yeah.
cable just in case you were gonna suddenly hang out your window, I don't know why they do that. It's madness. Anyway, yeah, I put the fan there, and it took about an hour, but it started to pull the cooler air in, and it was just about bearable. But I never slept.
No, it's horrible.
And then some flipping chavs who were, I don't know what they were doing. They're all there in vans, older chavs, set the fire alarms off at 3 a.m, vaping. So
I don't want to alienate anybody, but I loathe vaping.
Oh my gosh! So then we all ended up in the car park at 3 o'clock in the morning. This bloke's apologising. I was like, "Look, don't apologise. Just please, just tell us when we can go back in."
All right, it wasn't the vapor. I thought you had the guy going, "Really sorry, guys. I was vaping and I've ruined the night." For
Oh no,
everybody."
no, these guys are acting like proper muppets. There were other ones chucking cups out the window at their mates' vans and laughing and being all stupid, and they were pathetic.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was just not great, which is annoying because it's not a bad price, the old Travelodge, but that's two back-to-back bad experiences I've had with Travelodges now.
Yeah, I've never really liked travel lodges. They do the job, they tick a box, but like you said,
It's if you get a timber frame one as well. Like the one I had to stay in. Oh my gosh, Al, depressing.
wasn't the motorway one.
Yeah,
was
the
it?
motorway one.
Oh,
With a Burger King that's like completely disused and a little petrol station. Nowhere to get food. Nowhere to go for a drink. No, you literally can't do anything. Got a vending machine.
yeah.
It's like £8 for a bottle of water. And then it was timber framed, and then I was on the bottom floor, and the guy upstairs it sounded like for some reason at early hours of the morning he needed to get his steps in, and he's walking around backwards and forwards. I was like, for Pete's sake, I got up and I said, "Can you just explain to me why the guy upstairs is walking around constantly?" "Oh yeah, a lot of these guys work nights, and they're like something to do with the roads or civil engineering or something, and they're up all night, and so then they sleep all day." So I was like, "Well, can you just tell him to stop walking around with like an elephant, because it's driving me mad?" So she said, "I'll have a word," and it did stop for a bit, and then he woke me up again at 5. So when I did have to go, I banged the doors. I had a shower, really loud. I was like, put my music on. I telly was up. I mean, some would say it's petty. I would say it's payback.
So is this after the day of work, and then you were heading home, or was this before you had to go and work?
That's before I had to go and work.
Yeah, it's tough. I've had a few bad nights in travel lodges, often before work. I remember when I used to facilitate on doing training for councils and businesses, and I had a number. One in particular in Birmingham, I'd stay at a few times, and they were just miserable nights, like just
That's what this was
miserable
like.
nights. And I think it's like there is a genuine Premier Inn is a significant upgrade
Yeah,
from Travelodge.
yeah.
Like it's not just, well, it's a bit more comfortable, it's a bit more
No,
pricey.
no,
It's
no.
like, no, it's a significant difference.
The only one I've ever stayed at that's been good is the one at, I think it's near Birmingham. It's the in the old Dunlop building, and that was actually really nice. That was a very
Travelodge.
swanky one. But that's the only time, and it had the weirdest fault in this room. So I hear, and I'm like, what was that? And then a few minutes later, and it just sounded just like that. And I thought, that's Kurt next door, who's the Belgian guy. He's a wind-up merchant. I thought, I bet he's whistling through the blooming, making a noise or whatever, trying to wake me up. And it went on, and I thought, no, that's not Kurt. So I got up. I was like, I got to find this whistle. I looked around everywhere, I couldn't find anything. And then I realised what it was is the fan, the extractor fan for the bathroom, the bearing was knackered. So when somebody else turned their lounge on it, their shower on or whatever, and their fan kicked in, it just pulled enough air to make my fan move backwards slightly. And because the bearing was knackered, it'd go. I was like, that is infuriating.
I want everyone to know that 9 out of 10 of us wouldn't have even noticed that noise.
Oh no, you would have. It was like a flipping Chinese torture thing. It was completely random. I was even looking to see if somebody put, one of them little devices in with a photo sensor. My dad used to make them to wind people up. We used to do. Me and my mates growing up used to prank each other by like setting people's alarms really early and then hiding their alarm clock if we were at their house. And my dad was like, "This is hilarious," because we all did it to each other. So then he said, "Oh, you could one up this." And my dad was into electronics and electrician as well, and he made me this little tiny printed circuit board that was based off a watch or something, and it had the beeper on it, the chronograph, beep beep, but it had a light sensor. So if you turn the light on, it stopped. Turn the light off, it would start, but it would just randomly beep.
That's
But it could do
horrendous.
it 4 times in 2 minutes, or it might do it once every 3 hours. So as soon as you turn the lights off, and I hid one in my mate's room, driving him mental. And he was like, "Did you do that?" And for ages, I just didn't give in. I was like, "I don't know what you're on about."
That's horrendous.
Yeah, and I think actually it might have been my dad that let the cat out of the bag, and actually said that. I think he's like, "Oh, did you put that?" Whatever he called it. I don't know. Yeah, now they make them. You can buy them on Instagram.
What a horrendous thing.
It's amazing. You could really like if you wanted to annoy somebody. I know when I worked at a timber frame factory. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of the lads, we were doing a job, and this particular job, the guy was always complaining, and actually, they were doing a good job. It was just that's how he did business. Just moaned, trying to get discount constantly. Anyway, he specifically moaned about the factory, and kind of got people in trouble. And he came up to like see how we did it, and like just not a nice guy.
Mm.
Anyway, that was a bad move on his part. It's like going and complaining to the chefs about their food before you eat.
Yes.
They're going to wipe that steak on their butt crack and then put it on for you.
Yeah, I don't understand people that do that kind of stuff.
If you complain, don't ask for anything else. That's what I do. I'm like, no, I'm done now. I've complained. I don't want anything. I just want a bill. I'm going. I won't eat after. But then they got an alarm clock, and they found out which room was his bedroom, that he was the master bedroom, and they put this alarm clock set for 3 in the morning or whatever in the wall panel.
No.
Yeah, so the whole house was finished and done, and nobody knew until he actually moved in, and this alarm would go off at 3 o'clock in the morning, drive him mental, and it was really well hidden. So it took him ages to get it out. But by that time he'd already paid. It was all done, and I was like, part of me was like, "Nice one, lads."
Yeah.
I thought that was quite good, but I was like, "You can't do that."
Yeah, that's naughty.
That's
Wink,
very
wink.
bad.
Naughty.
Naughty boys.
Naughty boys.
So yeah,
Anyway, beer.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, mad one. What else exciting have I got to tell you? Anything else that's happened? Oh, uh, had a mad one yesterday. Uh, a big Czech brewery want me to do all their social media
Ooh,
and
nice.
like help them with their orchestrating reviews and
I'm assuming that this is a brewery from Czechoslovakia,
it is.
from
It's in Czech. It's 300 years old.
rather than it being like a Blue Sky company. It's a big Czech brewery.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
no,
Like,
yeah,
they
yeah.
got loads of money.
Yeah, no,
Loads of money.
they have got quite a lot of money. The investors have, I think. But yeah, they've seen what I've done with other people, and they were like, "Can you help?"
That's
I
awesome.
was like, "This is great. I
That's
get to
amazing.
promote like it's like what I used to do with my brewery, but without the hassle of having a brewery."
Yeah. So we had to
So
fly out then.
I've got to go. Well, I've got a Teams meeting thing today, and then yeah, probably I need to. I've said to him we need to get some people over there to have a look. I said, but we need to make sure they film the right stuff. So you don't want them going. There's no point in getting them reviewing it and showing them like the pallet where all the pallets are stacked. You know, you want to show the nice bits of the
I
brewery.
mean, imagine they're going
You
to
know
want
what I
you
mean?
out there. Where are they based?
Who
The brewery.
in Czech?
Yeah, but where?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got that far into it, but it was all very celebratory yesterday. So I'm
Oh,
very
that's awesome.
excited.
So you might have a trip out there.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few things in the pipeline. I mean, this media business is wild, but it's just feast or famine. That's the thing that's driving me nuts. It's the same old thing of starting a business.
Yeah, creating systems that allow for kind of regular and constant, reliable influxes of cash is the trick, isn't it? Think about
Mm,
all these companies now that do direct debits every month. That didn't used to be a thing, did it?
no, everybody has a go.
Like, because everybody realised you need regular. It's tough when it's feast or famine. It's like back when I was acting.
Mm,
Like, I've got this great job, that'll be X amount of money. Right, how can I make that money last until I get the next big job? And
yeah,
yeah, don't miss that.
no. Well, we're kind of in that feast or famine thing at the moment, but yeah, there's plenty. I'm even tempted to go back in the truck, just do a couple of nights here, a couple of nights there. But every time I go to do it, I get more working.
Yeah, because you're not meant to be. I didn't want to say anything, but you're not meant to be. Because
Well,
that's you taking it into your own hands again.
no, I just like driving trucks as
No,
well. There's a bit of
yeah.
me
Well,
that
that's
misses
different.
driving an Arctic.
That's different. If it's like, oh, I like to do it.
Yeah.
But if it's like, well, we're a bit tight on cash, that's a quick and easy fix to get the cash.
Well,
Then I can see why God keeps closing it down. 'Cause it's like, no, I
yeah,
told you to leave. This is what I told you to do.
There is that element, and I think it's also to do with the fact that I don't want to do it as a career. So when I did it the last time, although I nearly ended up on the side of the motorway on the side, it was that night where you nearly got blown over,
Yeah.
and I was having the same battle in an Arctic and nearly got turned over on the A1 by Ripon. It literally blew. I've never been as frightened as I was then. The whole three wheels on the back, on the right hand side, were probably 2 foot off the ground, and it picked up the back of my tractor unit enough that the wheels spun.
Yeah. I was on what is it? Is it the A65, the one that goes from the A1 to the M6, the one that goes across the top?
Flipping it. And
Shine
people,
a
if you
light.
saw the vehicle that he took over there, I feel safer in the Arctic.
Well, there's more
than
weight, isn't there?
you.
I was in a
Oh my gosh.
high-sided kind of Luton
Yeah, it's
with only one motorbike in the back.
yeah, but it's massive and hard sided.
It's long, and it's long wheelbase as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? So it's longer and higher. It's by no means a HGV, but
Yeah, but it's just like there's no weight at the bottom.
no. Well, it did.
How did it go? Did you get on 2 wheels?
Yeah, went up onto two wheels, and also it picked the back end up, took both back wheels off the floor, and shunted the back end into the next lane. I mean, that sounds very dramatic. It wasn't meters of movement, but it was enough to flipping. I was like, gosh.
I had to
Well,
pull over.
exactly, I did the same.
I was absolutely.
I saw a closed down calf in a lay-by, and I just pulled in front of it to try and get a break from the wind. I sat there going, I don't know what to do because I am
terrible.
slap bang in the middle of this road. Going back or going forward is the same.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? But I mean, I wasn't terrified about ending up on my side per se because I was going at 30, 40 miles an hour. I mean, that's how.
Yeah, I
strong it
was doing
I was-
40 when
I was-
went.
I was kicking myself because there'd been a sign saying road closed to high-sided vehicles.
You idiot.
But I'd seen HGVs and mobile homes. And I was like, well, I'll take the risk. They're doing it. It'll be all right. And I realised that it wasn't all right. But if I'd then gone over, Ben, whose business it is, I bet the insurance wouldn't have paid out because I was on a road that had clearly said,
Don't go down.
don't go down there. So I'm like, if this goes over, yes, I could get hurt, but also Ben could end up his £60,000 van, wherever it is, wouldn't be covered, and that would be on me because I took a risk.
Well,
So I did some serious prayer. I rang Georgina. I was like, I need you to pray. You can't help me. I need you to pray because I think the van's going to go over. I can't see any way of getting off these tops without the van going over.
see, I made a mistake, which was silly. So what I did was, I delivered paper, so I was fine on the way up because we were running at 40 ton. Well, yeah, 40 tons when I did the maths on the way up.
40 tons.
Oh yeah. It's not like anything you've ever. You can't compare it to driving a car.
No, I can't even imagine.
No, it's
I mean,
completely
the
different.
conversations we've had about, I'm so much more, chill about HGV drivers now. Now I understand how massive the blind spots are.
Oh man,
like how
stay out there.
Yeah,
and don't be that person that sits in the slow lane at 50 miles an hour. You're asking for trouble. Just make sure you're going faster than the trucks are, so that you can pass them. Don't sit at 50 because we catch up with you. Then we get to a hill, we might not be able to do 50, and then you're faffing around, you can go up at 50. Then we drop back, then we've got to repass you, and everybody gets frustrated. And that's when accidents happen, because we can't see you sometimes because you do really dumb stuff.
Yeah, it's mad. So anyway, what did you do? What was
so the mistake I made is on the way back, the wind was getting really bad. It was a curtain sider. And me and the guy that had unloaded, I literally had to get him to help me clip the curtains back.
That's how strong it was.
Because it was picking the curtains up off and swinging them up in the air and dragging me around like a rag doll. So we ended up, two of us managed to get it all strapped. But I only had one like half pallet in the back.
So you went from 40 tons to basically what the van weighs. That's it.
It was just like a little tiny, not even a full size pallet, like a half pallet.
Was it just one single pack of printing paper?
It had 4 packs of paper on it. That was it. And in my mind,
why did they not want those 4 packs?
I don't know. But no, they would go back to another depot. So I thought, sack it, let's take them off and put them in the cab. But I wasn't allowed to do that. So my plan was to take them off and then pull the curtains open and strap them at the back, so it was completely open at the side.
All right, I'm with you. So the wind can just go through.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to take the paper off the pallet, so the pallet has to stay. So I was like, right, okay, and then, I mean, you don't have to strap it, but I strapped it anyway. So I thought I'll suck it. And the other problem is it was a brand new DAF XF 480 with the stupid camera mirrors. Oh, they're horrid. So the problem is with those is that it has like a radar thing with the back of the trailer, and it has these markers, and it also tries to tell you that your blind spot's there. But if you have your curtains all the way back, they're bunched up, and they do stick out a bit. There's no way really of avoiding that. They puff out a bit, which means it sets those cameras off. They don't know what's going on. it messes with it. So you get binging and bonging. And then that's when other accidents happening because there's so many warnings in a truck that you get overloaded and you switch off from them.
Yeah.
So then if something does happen, they're like, why didn't you heard the sensor going off? I'm like, yeah, but there's 50 sensors beeping at me. So anyway, I didn't want to tie him back because I thought it's just going to drive me nuts. And also I'm not going to be able to see behind me. And at first it was fine. It was just a bit windy and we just took my time. And then we got further down and it got worse and worse and worse. And I got to Ripon and they'd they'd scraped the tarmac off the inside lane. And there was a drop of about probably, I don't know, 4 inches, something like that. And they put cones all the way along to stop you from driving off that thing. So the first gust blew and I clipped the cones and I saw a couple of cones get dispatched by the trailer. But I didn't go off that edge. And the trucks in front of me, we all slowed down from like, we were admittedly all doing 56. We all slowed down to like 40 mile an hour. And then there was a massive gust. And that was it. I was back of the trailer I looked in the camera or looked at the mirror camera thing and I could see my back wheels were just way up in the air. The whole truck started to lean. I could hear the inside wheels, the wheel on my side spin up on the tarmac. So I just took my foot off the throttle, but I just thought I just got steer into it. So we went off the edge, which made it worse because you got that 4-inch drop.
You're already tipped.
Yeah, and then I took out every road cone it felt like forever. It probably wasn't that far, about 50 yards, but
It's like
and it was the sun was coming up, and you could just see, the reflective thing they wrap it, just flying everywhere, bits of cone, all the bases were shattering. There was just stuff everywhere, and the noise it made was like horrendous. And then it went back down, and then I pulled it straight back up onto the main bit. I didn't stay on the roadworks bit because, I don't know if they dug a hole or anything.
No,
I don't want to disappear down a trench or something. So I pulled it back full on into the next lane, and the trailer's like I'm all over the place, but I didn't go over. And then literally the Ripon turning is off, and I pulled the truck off there, and pulled it up onto the slip road on the hard shoulder and got out. And this guy in a pickup from another haulier's, he must have been following me. He said, "Are you all right, lad?" I said, "Flipping it, that was terrifying." He said, "You did a bloody good job of holding on to that. I thought you were going over." And I said, "I thought I was going over." He's like, well done, mate. Well done. You did a good job." And I was like, yeah. Anyway, I looked and it had popped every strap off the curtain on the trailer.
Really?
Yeah, because it had flexed so much.
Okay, yeah.
It had just pulled all the straps off. So then I had to redo it, and I did it. I do my straps tight on my curtains. I like my curtains to be as taut as possible because you don't want it bowed like a sail. So I really pulled down on them, and it popped all of the straps off. So I restrapped it, and then I sat in the cab for I probably sat there for 10 minutes. I just flipping out what just happened then. That is mental. And then the other mad bit is, I was thinking I better have smashed all the front of the truck up. And I was really worried because I was like, you don't want that. So I went around the front and there was not a flipping mark. Nothing.
Nice.
Nothing was marked. You could just see some scuffs on the side on the wheel arch from the reflective tape, and it was the silver from that tape that was left on the truck.
Okay.
There was nothing on the truck. No sensor. They had these big block sensors on the side that get knocked off. They were all still there. Everything was still there, and I was like, "Wow, that was God." There's
that's awesome.
I should have they're quite fragile at the front of them trucks. So I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." So I was thinking, well, what do I do here? Because I've had an accident, but I haven't damaged the truck. So what do I do? I can't just not say anything because this thing's covered in cameras and it's got Micromatic. So at some point it'll see that the truck was spinning one wheel sideways up in the air, like.
Yeah, and then it stopped for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, first of all, I rang Highways. I rang the police and told them what had happened and said I've taken down like loads of cones. So there could be bits of cones all over the motorway. And he said, don't worry about it. He said, but thank you for calling in, took all my details, what junction. He said all night we've had trucks going over and cones getting hit, and he's like, just there's nothing you can do. So I did all that, rang my work, told them what happened, and they were like, oh, right, okay. I said, do you want me to write an incident report? And they were like, well, not if the truck's not damaged and you haven't damaged anything else. I said, well, we might owe somebody for some cones. But he's like, well, that's all part of it. So that's down to them, not down to you. So, yeah. But yeah,
So it all ended good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
So then I kind of like, I haven't got back in the saddle since then. But you know, the mad bit is I went to church and who was that? I forgot her name now. My mind's gone blank. But she came up to me and she said, oh, I had the weirdest thing on, I was like Thursday night or Wednesday night. And I was like, really? She goes, yeah, early hours of the morning, you were in my dreams and I started praying for you. And I was like, what? What time? And she said, I think it was like about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, well, that's crazy because I need to turn my truck over in the wind.
It's mad, though, isn't it? It's not the first time I've heard something like that. I was listening to something a bit ago where somebody was. How do I talk about it? It was a Christian who talked about a story that they'd heard of who was a girl person, girl or boy,
A girl person.
a girl person had woken up and really felt that she needed to pray for a man, and she could see this guy's face in her head, like a like not I don't know if it's massive deal, but she just like, I need to pray for this guy. So she prayed for him for quite some time, and then kind of went back to sleep. And then the next day, she was like at a university or college in America. One of her people in her dorm, her granddad had been rushed to hospital, and it had been like hit and miss whether he was going to survive. And it turns out that when she'd had that image in her mind to pray was the time when he was at the most critical.
No way.
Yeah, and it's fine. It's interesting, isn't it?
It's strange. I've had it where God's told me to pray for somebody, like randomly, and I'm like, I have to pray for them.
Yeah, I get that. I've driven.
Yeah.
I've driven. Can drive along a road and go past tons of kids or tons of people and nothing, and ever so you just see someone, and you just start going, "Nice, I'm going to pray for that person. I'm going to pray that
Mm.
you protect them, that they come to know you, that whatever it might be."
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, and I get it. I get it from people at church, other people where you just feel that you have to pray for. Be like, I don't know what, I don't know
Well,
what
why?
to
Yeah.
pray for or why.
And then
But
you always wonder, like, do I say anything to that person? Do I not say something?
yeah, because I almost said something to someone on Sunday. I'm going to tell him that I don't know if anything's going on, but I'm praying for him. But anyway, the moment passed, and I think you've only got to do it if God wants you to do it.
Yeah.
Because I remember somebody that we know very, very well, and I know that they were going through a horrible patch, and I was constantly praying for them. But every time I wanted to just encourage them and say, "Hey, I want you to know we're praying for you," always felt like I shouldn't shut it down. And that's tough because I've gone through that where you walk through really hard stuff and you really feel like you're completely on your own and no one cares and no one's noticed. And that taught me as well that no, people do know, people have noticed, but there might be that they're being kind
Yeah.
of instructed or stopped from coming to you because God wants you to focus on Him.
Yeah.
Not rely on other people.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
but people are praying for you. They're being led to pray for you. You know?
Yeah. It's and I've taken to doing something which is quite bold and like
Just giving people shoulder rubs.
yeah, no, not that. Well, like God was challenged me with something that I'd said and a song that I like. And it's not a Christian song. but the lyrics in it I'll rephrase it so it's not quite as crass, but it's like everyone's an outlaw until it's time to do outlaw stuff, right?
Hmm.
And I'm very much like, you know me, I'm like ride or die, baby. You know, very much like let's go, let's get it done. Um, and I get frustrated at people that talk it and don't do it. And then I thought, and God was like, well, why don't you do it with your faith? And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. In what way? Well, and it was like, how many times have you spoken to somebody and you're like, you should have prayed for them? And I was like, loads of times. And it's like, yeah,
Well, in the
yeah.
sense of you've in the sense of you've spoken to them when actually God wasn't asking you to speak to them; He was asking you to pray for them.
No,
Something like that.
it might be that we're having a conversation about something and they're not Christians. I'm not talking about like people like you and me that have already got faith, but people that haven't got faith. And I watch a lot of stuff, reels where somebody, you know, people are reaching out, hey, can I pray for you? And I'm like, whoa, yeah, and I'm fired up, and I don't do it. So anyway, I just like, in the last probably year, I've pushed with that when I've talked to people, my friends who aren't in church that are really having a tough time. I've gone, hey, can I pray for you? And they're like, oh yeah, please do. And I'm like, now, I mean, not whilst we're on the phone. And I'll,
Yeah, like not as in like in general. Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
actually, can I pray for you right
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've started to do that.
Mm.
And yeah, and I'm like, I don't do it to like make me feel good. I do it because I think
Because you
we
felt led
should.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think as well, it's like having, I don't know, you've got this all powerful being who's who we're told in the Bible that lives in us and who is there to back us, who, you know, you can do great exploits. And we like get ourselves into these situations where somebody's pouring their heart out, or you know that they're up against it, and you've got this massive like warrior tool, which is prayer, and you do nothing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm going to wield that bad boy whenever I can, if I can have the opportunity. And you know, I did it with somebody the other day who, like, I love him to bits. He's such a good guy. His heart's in the right place. And he's having a really tough time. And I said, mate, I'm going to pray for you now. I didn't even give him an option. I was like, I'm praying for you, and he's like, oh, okay. So, and I prayed for him, and then he was like, well, no one's ever done that with me before. And I was like, well, there's every day there's a chance for a first.
Yeah.
And but then he shared stuff with me since then, and I think it's allowed for a deeper relationship, and I think, you know, it
Yeah, because I guess there's more than just the actual power of prayer. Uh, it's it's also maybe you're stepping into another level of relationship. Like you're being almost vulnerable, or you're showing a
yeah,
level of caring, or whatever it might be that just breaks down a further barrier. They're like, you would do that for me. I guess maybe it means it still does to us. You know, if you said to me, "Oh, can I pray for you?" Even I go, "Oh, well, yeah, thanks, dude."
yeah,
And
yeah,
and it's how much more so for people that aren't in church, aren't in that.
yeah, and I think, um, I just think it's like now's the time to like, with the way the world's going, is now's the time to it's time to get out there and do some outlaw stuff, you know? Get out there, use your faith,
Mm.
talk to people, not in a weird way, but what's amazing is so far no one's ever said no. So I don't know if that's because they're either like, oh no, John's lost the plot, I'll just go with this, or whether it's because they genuinely want it.
Well, it could be a bit of both, couldn't it? But either way, it still happens.
Yeah, that's it. And I just encourage you, if you're listening and you are a Christian, Just be bold, because what's the worst that's going to happen? They think you're a nutter, and that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, thankfully for us, in other countries, the worst could happen: prison, torture, and death.
Well, yeah, that's it.
So, well, you're right. We're very blessed in that
Yeah,
sense.
so
The
you might
worst is
as well
going to
go
be
for it.
mockery.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, and I like, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing, and
and it still takes courage. You know, it's like you say, it's people. What's the song? People want to be. Everyone's up to be an outlaw until they have to be one. Whatever that word is. Is that same thing? It's like we all agree it's good, but then when it comes to doing it,
yeah, it
it
takes a
takes
lot of
courage.
nerve.
It takes
Yeah.
a lot of nerve. It takes a lot of courage because you're making yourself vulnerable.
Well,
You
yeah,
know.
they can easily take the mick out of you.
Yeah, and think about people like nurses or teachers or things like that. If an organization like that finds out a nurse has been actively praying for people,
Mm,
you can lose your job.
yeah,
Not saying you will lose your job, but you can lose your job.
yeah.
Like, yeah, so it does. It takes courage. It takes courage
Do
to.
you know? Even so, I saw a really bad accident on what day was it? Wednesday, on the M62, and I thought, my gosh, that guy's dead. He'd driven, Ainley Top, where you come off the motorway.
Yeah.
He'd hit in front of him a Sprinter pickup that had scaffold poles on it,
Ooh,
and they'd all gone through the windscreen.
that's like what's that film?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I drove. It literally just happened, and I was probably what 10 cars back, and I went past and I could see his arm, and I thought, oh my gosh, that dude's dead, and it really upset me, like
Mm.
proper upset me. And I prayed. I was like, Lord, like, I just pray that somehow he gets out of that. Prayed for his family. Didn't know the guy, and just prayed for people around me. And thank God for his protection.
Hmm.
And anyway, got to where I needed to go. Came back, and then I saw that the car was there, and it had no cover on it, but you could see that they cut the car open. And I thought, well, that's strange, because normally if somebody dies, even they'll shut the whole motorway.
Yeah, if someone dies, that's it. Because
Yeah,
they have to look at the site. They have to do everything.
yeah, and they normally put a cover over the car.
Yeah. So obviously he hadn't died. He managed to get
No,
out.
so then I went on social media because I was still bothered, uh, and there was a post on Facebook, and I was like, man, that was horrendous. There was other people that had commented. One particular bloke was like, man, I have not stopped thinking about this all day. And anyway, then it was his mother-in-law posted that he was all right, that he's broken his arm and he's got lots of like cuts and bruises, but he's okay. And I was like, my word, I was like, I said, I prayed for him. I said, I think a lot of people were really shocked at that accident. I said, I think he needs to go and get a lottery ticket tomorrow because he's lucky, lucky, lucky to be alive. That is insane.
Mm.
So he must have spotted it just before he hit it and ducked, like gone on his side flat, and that's why he must have clipped his arm, broke his arm.
Maybe, or
But
maybe like you say, the power of prayer was there, and they all went dunk dunk dunk.
yeah, something.
Like
Oh
past
man,
him.
but man, that was wild. But yeah, I would say I just encourage people. I don't know. I just feel, I don't know if you're Christian or not Christian, but there is mad power in prayer, and I'd encourage you. It's not a complicated thing. Like you have your internal voice in your head, and you monologue backwards and forwards to yourself. Well, imagine doing that, but you're doing it to God. Or the other way you do it is you just say it out loud, as if you're talking to another person.
Mm-hmm. That's what I
It's the,
do on my runs. That's why I like to run on busy roads in the early hours of the morning. Because people, I mean, it's not quite as obvious now because people talk with headphones in, don't they?
I mean, that's that nutty bloke again that runs past at 5 o'clock
Chatting
yelling.
away. Once I often, used to often sing songs as well, and it's like sing Amazing Grace, whatever kind of song came
With
to my
earphones
mind.
in.
No, I don't wear earphones, but
All
people
right.
might think that I was talking to someone.
You're
But
known
when
for
you,
your singing as
but
well.
when you're singing a hymn, people know you're not talking to anyone. And I've had a couple of moments on a run at 5:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning, and you come round a corner on your third verse of Amazing Grace, and there's some dude sat there waiting to be picked up by a colleague, and you're like, I can't hide this moment. I'm jogging and singing hymns and talking to myself, you know.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's
But it is, if I can't talk, I mean, I will talk to God in my head, but it has to really, it needs to be out loud. I read the Bible out loud. I pray out loud.
I don't read the Bible out loud.
Yeah, I started doing it. I didn't used to. I would say it didn't used to be years, but didn't, and then was in a house group where we would read the Psalms out loud, and I was like, my word, I never liked Psalms. It's a bit like,
Oh,
gosh,
Psalms,
this is a drudge. This is like 15 years ago, 12 years ago. But once we read them out loud, they suddenly made sense to me. So I started reading, only ever read Psalms out loud, and then that's it. It just swapped, and now I only read the Bible out loud.
Oh, that's funny.
Because if I read it in my head, I don't know. It's like
Sometimes
I'll zone out, or it doesn't lack any
Yeah.
power. I've just read a chapter of a book, but when I read out loud,
I find it very hard to, because I'm not a great reader. So the act of reading is quite a challenge in
I still
itself.
get the nosebleeds.
Yes, swine. But I mean, I'm all right. But I have to consciously. It's not a like super. I scan read. I'm terrible.
Well, it's tough. It's tough to when you're having to follow your finger.
Shut up.
It's tough too.
Do you know? Lids laughs at me because I struggle to count as well. Like if I have to count a load of objects.
Yeah.
Oh, money. I have to recount it like 4 times because I'm not convinced I counted it right the first time. But yeah, so I find that I do better if I listen to it.
Yeah.
So I quite often do the audio Bible. Also something, and I might give them a plug actually. Take it with a pinch of salt. It's on Spotify. It is called Abide Christian Meditation. So it's basically properly meditating on the word of God. Admittedly, at times, a little cheesy.
A little bit hippy dippy.
A little, no, it's not hippy dippy. No, it's definitely not hippy dippy. It's very grounded, actually, in what it's saying.
Okay, so it's kind of like a bit cheesy, like 80s Christianity.
Yeah, it's a little bit like you can hear waterfalls and birds tweeting, and it's like, right, take a deep breath, and then
okay.
center yourself, and right, have you considered that God might be saying this to you today? Right, you need to cleanse yourself, confess your sins to God, realize that you're forgiven, and then we're going to really get, and basically it'll be a verse or whatever. And I tell you what, I should do it more often. It's only 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I should do it every day because the days I do it, it's amazing. And the amount of times that God's spoken to me through that, and I'm like, man, I never even considered that.
What's it called?
Abide Christian Meditation.
Abide Christian Meditation.
Yeah.
I'll give that a go.
Yeah, it has some, it is cheesy.
I've been trying to build in my mind and plan kind of the perfect morning routine.
See, you love that. I wish, this is something I said to somebody the other day. You are brilliant at this. You have a routine and you're driven and you can focus and you do that thing and you do it. You might stop eventually and then try something else, but you do it you stick at it for a long time. Where I am not like that. I will find something, I'll stick with it for a amount of time, but then if a squirrel runs past, I'm on with the next thing, and it's really frustrating. It's like my superpower in that I can learn anything, can do anything that I put my mind to within reason. I mean, you wouldn't want me as your brain surgeon, but then it's my absolute Achilles heel. Like I can't, dieting is like just horrendous.
It's all about, for me, it's finding systems, and I could never get anything done, and some of it would be external things placed on me, like my oldest boy and how poorly he was for those 2 years, and how he would wake up at the ridiculous o'clock. So out of desperation, I started getting up before him just so I could have 10 minutes before he got up because he would wake up so horrendously, covered in poo, screaming like that. So some of it is
That's
external.
good. It's a good wedding story, that is.
Yeah. But it's yeah. But some of it is just that realization that if I want to, like it, like when you have a business and you want it to be successful, then you eventually get to that realization that I need to create repeatable business systems. I need to understand what the context of the business, what the foundation is. There are things that I need to do
Mm,
that are not negotiable if I want this thing to be successful. And it kind of came to that with me. It's like if I want, but I don't achieve it all the time, that's the frustration. That's why
mm.
I'm back yet again, because I had a really lovely morning routine for like 3 years, and it worked, and it kind of fell by the wayside, and I'm really struggling to get up at the moment. And this morning I didn't wake up, and it really annoys me because I need, it's not I want, like I need that time
Yeah,
before
yeah.
everybody else gets up. Like I need it. But if I just got up and had a cup of tea and stared out the window, that would still be good. But it's like there's certain things that I need, and if I can get them done before everybody wakes up, it's
Happy days.
happy, and it's
Yeah.
not just happy. It's like awesome. The day works. I feel better in my mind. I can be present for my kids and for Georgina. Like I am. They can throw anything at me, and I'm like, yeah, fine. Yeah, I've got this. But if I don't do those things, that makes the days difficult. But also, it's like you just every day you feel like you can't build. Like nothing's quantifiable. Does that make sense? Like how
Mm.
it's like, when we were like every year house groups back in the day in church, home groups. They would at New Year about what's New Year's resolution. Everybody to be get
Yeah,
closer to God and read my Bible more, and they're completely and utterly airy fairy. They're just like they're the umbrella aim,
yeah.
but they mean nothing. You need things that are quantifiable. You go, yeah, I've been doing it. And like you say, if you say, for example, do a month where I'm going to do meditation for a month every morning, or at least 5 mornings a week, has to be 5 mornings a week. And I have to do it before I have my coffee, or it has to be done. Like, then it's quantifiable
Yeah,
because
yeah,
then you
yeah,
can
yeah.
go, well, it's been amazing. I can see the difference in my day. And I feel so much closer to God. Like, I mean, it's qualifiable. I don't really know. Maybe quantifiable is the wrong word, but it's measurable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you can see something, you're like, yes,
Yeah,
I
well, I
can
only did
measure
3 days, or I've only done 4 days, or
Yeah, there's
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But also not biting off more than you can chew, so you set yourself up for failure. So learning that should be possible, but it's not. And
yeah,
if I keep doing it, because I did this for so long, like I should be able to do that. What is wrong with me? And I couldn't do it. So getting to that point, you're like, well, yes, Alistair, you should. You should be able to do that, but you can't.
yeah,
So
yeah. This is me.
what can you do?
Yeah, it's true.
What's like the baseline? And then you can build from from that base. So, I started getting up before the kids, and then eventually I was like, well, if I get up a bit earlier, I can really
In
and they got better at sleeping as well, so that made it easier. But and then eventually I built into running, so I'd run 5 times a week, but I only did it because I could pray. So it's like God had to come first, so I'd spend time with the Lord, and then I would go for a run, and I'd be able to pray. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like yeah. So yeah. So do you know what I'm saying?
I will say one of the things that I've been better at this time round is making sure I go to sleep at a sensible time
Mm.
and getting up at a sensible time. So now my alarm's set for 7 in the morning. So when Lids gets up, I normally like start to come round and
And
up.
that's the small things in it. Like
Yeah, it's a
I'm not,
silly thing, but
I think we're similar in this. I'm putting this out there. I don't know if it's true. I'm not good at removing things. I'm better at adding things. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Like if you're talking about diet, right, and
yeah, yeah,
fitness, I'm not very good at removing things from my diet.
yeah. But you
I,
can
I'm I'm
add.
I'm I'm happy at adding exercise or adding
Yeah,
more fruit or adding 2 liters of water a day.
yeah,
Like so, focusing on trying to focus on all right, well, let's just be flipping realistic. I am not going to stop whatever it might be. Or I just yes, I should be able to do half an hour's exercise every single morning. Should. There's no reason why I can't
Mm.
if I had the will. But I was like, I can't do that. So like trying to build something where every morning before the day kind of begins, I have had really quality time with the Lord, and I've done something exercise wise. It doesn't need to be epic. I'm about trying to think like could be 5 minutes. Like, what's something that you can that's still going to be tough because you're not doing it right now, but you can do. You're not going, I need to do 30 minutes of exercise. I have to do a 2-mile walk every morning because you just know that you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Or I'm going to cut out all processed carbohydrates and I'm only going to eat meat and veg for a month.
I think I'd be better that I'm only going to eat processed food.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Spot on. I'm only going to get up when I want.
I've been doing great. I've been eating spam all week.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, I know what you mean.
that's what I've been trying to do this week. Put something in place that for these like this summer. Like, what could I actually?
Well, try that meditation.
Like, what
It's
is
really good.
achievable from now until the beginning of September? And
Yeah.
also not trying to change your life.
No.
Doing something for a month.
Well, Lids has lost like, she lost 4 pounds, something like that, in the last week or so. I don't think I've lost anything. But I've been doing intermittent fasting. But then I'll be really good all week, and then I just trash it at the weekend.
Yeah, but like that's the thing is, I guess that I've been trying to get better at is celebrating the win. So like
God,
so
hot in
2
here.
months ago, you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Now 5 days a week you intermittent fast, and yeah, all right. Well, let's not worry about what I do. You know what I mean? Like trying to focus on the good. And I read about something somewhere, someone saying like add one thing or take one thing away a month. So rather than trying to do it all in one go,
get rid of the wife, get a girlfriend.
Yeah, something like that.
Sorry, chat.
Right,
that is not what I mean. Right, okay.
Sign off.
We've gone over by 7 minutes.
Sorry,
so
guys.
It's so hot in here that I'm literally my legs are sweating. My t-shirt's starting to get wet. My neck is wet. You don't look as sweaty as me.
I'm hot. The temperature goes down tomorrow, and I am relieved.
I mean,
so relieved.
I was trying to edit some videos yesterday, and we were rocking. I mean, it's struggling at the moment.
Yeah, maybe
we won't even bring the page up, but it was rocking at. Oh dear. No, it's still recording. Okay, we've got a problem.
But we need to stop.
Right,
we're going to end.
Yeah, we're at 96 degrees in the graphics card. So yeah, right. Thank you everybody for listening. This has been the Open Invite podcast. Please reach out to us if you want to sponsor us with what would we like sponsorship? I quite like an electric bike.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
You'd like to sponsor us?
Yeah, sponsor us with an electric bike and a Porsche. Porsche, we're always open.
Tools. I'll take some tools.
Tools would be
I'd like
nice.
one of those electric grinding wheels and wire wheels.
Yeah, that'd be good.
For my workshop.
Electric Hoover. I like my robot vacs on the blink. So
a small car Hoover.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Clean the car.
Yeah, so we're open to all sponsorship deals.
Yeah.
Double glazing. Oh no, hang on.
Aircon for the house.
Aircon for me.
Aircon for the house. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah. So no,
No, thank you for listening, guys. We really felt to just do this. We've got no intentions. Nah. We've got no plans behind it, but it felt the right thing to do. Just come together and talk about stuff. And
we're not even bothered. I joke about the sponsorship, but we're not.
The intention is there is no intention for this to make money. No. I mean, if it did, that would be awesome. But there's no intention for that there. We really felt led to start this, and we hope it does whatever God wants it to do, and it's good for us. Yeah. I was pretty down this morning, and I feel
I feel up. I've goodness me, I'm literally my t-shirt's changed up. Right, I love you all.
Love you all, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, baby.